Hi friends, this is Teresa's Crafty Cabana. Today I'm going to talk about composition and how I kind of go about composing my gel prints when I'm not using a stencil or a stamp. I start with my paints of choice. Today I'm using some golden fluid acrylics. I love how these kind of layer up on the gel plate, and generally I start with kind of almost like experimenting. So today's experiment for me was to see if I start with a stronger, bolder color on the bottom of the gel plate. This is an 8x10 gel plate by Gel Press, and then brayer that or somehow lighten up the color towards the top. So that was kind of my starting thought for this print. I had a piece of transparency film, and so I thought I'd try to see if I could transfer the color from this side of the gel plate to the other side of the gel plate. So I just pressed it down, kind of try to get out some of the bubbles that were forming underneath. And then when I lifted it up, I wasn't really sure what to expect at first, but it pretty much was a fairly clean transfer of the paint. And then the next test was to see if it would transfer to the top part. And it did transfer to the top part. There was still some blue left on the transparency film, but it did make a nice transfer. So I thought that was an interesting technique that I might use with something else in the future. Here I have just some leaves that I've dried out and used on some of my other gel prints, and I'm just kind of pressing in a few of them to get a little bit of a texture. I'm going to do another layer on top of this, so this won't be the final layer. Now the paint on the top part, that's already drying pretty well, so I'm not going to be able to get as much out of the top part. For my next layer, I'm going to do a turquoise and a yellow. That'll make a green color. Then I also want to do the same thing where I start with the bolder color on the bottom and kind of work my way to the top, trying to lighten the color as I go up. You could do something like an ombre with the colors, but in this case, I just really want to have a very light amount of paint. And again, since the top part has less paint than the bottom part, the top part will end up drying faster. But I did start on the bottom because I wanted to make sure I got a nice impression of these leaves. So I kind of stuck them all down because I had quite a few of them. I was ready to pull, but for this print I wanted to have a few more of the leaves, so that's what I'm using for my composition here, is just layering in those leaves and then pressing down with a piece of copy paper and just trying to remove the paint in between those leaves. Don't forget to like or thumbs up to the video if you're enjoying this, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. And I hope you subscribe and find some more fun content as I explore my gel plate sessions. Now, in some cases, I have pulled my print up, removed the leaves, and pressed down to take up the rest of the paint in those empty spaces. But in this case, I wanted to do something else. So I just removed all of my leaves and let this layer dry. And then I wanted to come in with my perfect pearls and give a little shine to the leaves. And I pulled out some of my warmer colors, some gold, copper colors, and even a pretty pink color. And that way it kind of contrasts the blues and greens that I have on the gel plate. I love making a full page with my perfect pearls because they make great envelopes for my cards or just for letters or anything like that. But they also make great backgrounds. They can be cut into 4 pieces for card background bases. So when I'm thinking of my composition on these larger prints, I do try to think, how would it look if it was either used as an envelope or as a card base? That's typically what I turn my projects into, my gel prints. Although occasionally I will do some mixed media art such as tags, or I've done some art journaling, and even more recently I tried collaging of my prints, which was really fun. I usually don't feel confident in collaging, so I don't do it as often, but I think if I were to do it more often, I'd probably get better at it. Definitely think this print ends up being one that I could probably tear up and make some cool things out of, just because it has different areas that look really cool, especially if you focus on one area or another. For this process, I just have my little round brush that I got from Amazon. It's a makeup brush. I'll link it in the description. And it's a nice circular shape, so I can just very easily kind of spin it around in circles to spread the pearl powders around. If you're not a fan of pearl powders, another fun one is using the either chalk or pastels. I've used pastels where I've shaved the pastels and had like a chalky substance that makes more of a matte color. Or of course there's always pan pastels. I know those are a little more pricey, but if you already have them in your stash, or if you know where to get a good price one, let me know. I still haven't added those to my stash, but I have tried the pastels and those work out nice as well. So I'm bringing in some warm colors to kind of go with the warm colors on the pearl leaf backgrounds. And then that way it will contrast to the blues and the greens still. I did want to lighten it up a little, so I have a yellow and a red-orange, and then I'm bringing in some of my Titan Buff, and that way I can kind of lighten those colors a little bit. I'm using my 4-inch brayer, trying to mix it behind one of these leaves, and that way when I bring it over to the gel plate area that's exposed, I'm hoping that it will have more of a mixed color to it. So I'm working pretty quickly because this is going to be my layer of paint that I'm going to use to pull this up with. If you've ever worked with the pearl powders on your gel plate, you do need a pretty decent amount of paint on there, and you need to let your print set or, dry for probably about 10 minutes at least, just to get the transfer of all of those layers onto your paper. And here I'm actually using some cardstock. So this is the 110 pound Nina White cardstock. So I went ahead after 10 minutes, I loosened up all the edges, then I flipped it over, and now I'm just kind of peeling away the gel plate to reveal the print. And that made for a nice transfer. A couple of white areas, but like I said, if I work this into a project, probably wouldn't even notice. So on the top part where the paint was lighter, it's a much lighter leaf design. And then on the bottom, it's definitely more obvious of a leaf design. So, and of course the pearl powders behind it really make it stand out. But I do love how it turned out with the colors that go together really nice in this composition. So let me know if you enjoy working with the pearl powders or if you prefer the matte of the pan pastels. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and happy crafting, y'all.